diata, the act of exclaiming one's awesomeness, joy, and pleasure while performing an awesome and/or pleasurable task.
Boom diata!
Last time on Boom Diata, we made our way from Highway 20 up to Tuan Lake, and then all the way to Quesnel, where we made some repairs and stocked up on supplies before we hit the trail. We did our best to explore the first 70 kilometers of the trail, but quickly discovered why everyone skips that section. After 2 days of trying to find our way through, we ended up having to take a bypass road to get to the normal beginning of the trail. We've just rolled up on the first crossing, and we're getting ready to push into the night in hopes of making up some time.
We are back on track for the Alexander Mackenzie Trail, and we have just stumbled upon our first river crossing.
So now we're actually on the trail, right? Oh, what am I doing?
Now we're actually on the trail. More fuel for Chris. Well, here we are. First water crossing of the Mackenzie. First rig to cross right here.
So I'm going to walk the river crossing. According to Stephen Jordan, it is shallow enough, and then that way I can get footage of them on the other side. So here we go. I'm gonna get some really nice footage probably. Ooh, I think they lied to me. Okay, we gotta go this one. How freaking pretty is this right now? Look at this. Like what? Are you serious?
Here, walk across this river so you can run the camera.
No, it looks pretty good. You'll be fine. Well, we did cross half of the coast. So. Yeah, he's good.
You should be the one.
How beautiful is this?
The first crossing is like the gateway to the Mackenzie. As soon as you cross that river, the adventure begins. It has a gravel bottom and isn't very deep, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it's one of the coolest spots on the trail. As always, Jordan and the Jeep are calm, cool, and collected. Chris, on the other hand, loves to put on a show. Not much looks cooler than a square body driving through a river. The goal for today is to tackle the first 2 water crossings and then push all the way to Kluskis Lake for a lakeside camp tonight. It didn't take long to reach the second crossing. I don't know. Can't see a whole lot really. All right, let's go. Fantastic.
Just the look of excitement on his face. How did that feel?
That was pretty good. The second crossing has some proper depth to it. You would not want to get stuck in there. Apparently Jordan found the gas pedal on that one.
Two-wheel drive?
That sure made a deep little
I was a bit surprised.
hole.
With that done and dusted, we're pushing on in hopes of a lakeside camp tonight.
Taking a quick pit stop here in one of the craziest trails we've ever been on. It's just been so gorgeous. And we're gonna continue on. We're hoping to get to the lake tonight. It should be getting dark in about 20 minutes or so, so we'll probably be cruising in the dark for a bit. But we'll be back on schedule after a detour, so that's pretty awesome.
It wasn't long before the trailer started giving us trouble, especially for the big Chevy.
Couldn't quite make the trailer around this sharp bend here.
I got one.
Oh.
Rear winch time.
Yeah.
So how are you doing this?
I'm gonna use the rear winch to fully block off this tree and then drag the trailer over. That's the plan.
Cool. We'll see how it goes.
Fortunately, Chris has a rear winch on his truck and was able to snatch block off a tree and drag the trailer over enough to make it around the corner.
Sweet.
Oh.
Well, he almost made it around the corner.
Oops. Oh, but the trailer cleared.
That's true.
Holy skills.
Good job. That was snug in there.
A little bit of a tight squeeze.
Jordan made it look easy, but Chris had to do a bit of Austin Powers action.
Nicely done.
The trail got tight in a hurry, and Chris has been working for it, trying to get that big truck and wide trailer through the trail. We've been pushing hard to get to our lakeside camp, but at this point, it's around 1 a.m., and we are nowhere near where we hope to camp.
Taking a video so that you can see how bumpy these roads are. And there's so much stuff that's been cut down on the sides. It's pretty close on the right. Holy macaroni, that's close.
After all the cutting trees and dents in the truck, poor Chris capped the night off with a flat tire. Yep. So that's why you rolled the bead, just tire went flat.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Right there.
On the plus side, Slapshot works for that, so we learned one thing. Last night we found ourselves in a massive burnt forest. We didn't want to camp around all the dead trees, so we pushed into the night, hoping to find a safe spot to set up camp. Before we escaped the burnt section, we came across the Blackwater crossing. It was too big of a risk to cross the river in the dark, so we slept in the trucks in hopes that it would be a bit safer if a tree were to come down.
So, it is Tuesday the 22nd, day 3 of Mackenzie. It's about 9 a.m. now. We ended up camping just literally right on the road last night. We just slept in our vehicles at 3 a.m. until probably about 8. There was nowhere that opened up to actually get a camping spot in. So we made it here to where we found out there's the third river crossing. And of course, bad idea to do that in the dark. So we waited it out. We have traveled through tons of burnt forest, which is super creepy at night. And we're just about ready to go and tackle this river crossing. We traveled a crazy amount yesterday, super unintentional. Chris just airing down his spare tire here.
Hello. Check out the port side of the truck, it's pretty cool.
I guess he fortunately got some damage yesterday. Ooh. Looks a little bit worse in the daylight. Ooh. Still a little bit caved in there. It's a little crunch. Poor Chris truck took some beatings yesterday. Daylight's gone. Well, there you have it. Day 3, here we go.
The Blackwater crossing isn't really that deep, but it has lots of big slippery boulders that are pretty easy to get hung up on, especially when you're dragging a trailer.
Alrighty, we just finished packing up after having breakfast. It's 11 o'clock now. We're just past the river crossing in this really nice opening here. Unfortunately, the bugs are relentless in driving us nuts. Anyway, so we're going to be heading out pretty quick to continue our journey, and hopefully tonight we'll be stopping earlier wherever a clearing may be so that we don't have to drive crazy people through the night.
With the Blackwater crossing done and dusted, the goal for today is to make it to Kluskust Lake. It's only about 30 kilometers, but after how slow our progress was yesterday, we're definitely a bit concerned about making it there before dark.
I don't know how well you can see it in the video, but you can see just how much the fire took out. Like way in the back there, it's basically as far as you can see, it's all burnt forest.
Even on the other side of the river, there's a massive amount of devastation from the fire.
We've been cruising for, well, 7 minutes, and Chris has a flat tire, so we are wandering down there to give him a hand. Yesterday it was the front passenger tire. Today it is conveniently the front driver's side. Holy macaroni, man. Well, he does it right. Oh. Too many bugs, man. And they love the eyes.
After some creative blocking and a quick tire swap, we're back on the trail, hopefully for longer than 7 minutes this time. The terrain on the Mackenzie is constantly changing. As cool as it is, I would have loved to see it before the fire. Turns out, part of the trail is now a massive gravel road. As disappointing as that is, it provides a welcome break from battling through the burnt forest.
Just came out of the trail, literally straight ahead there. Can't even tell where we came out. It's this crazy view here.
And just like that, the break's over and now it's time for some mud. Right in the middle of a big burnt forest, we stumbled upon a herd of wild horses. There was a time this was a pretty rare sight, but nowadays we usually come across wild horses at least once per trip when we're traveling through the Chilcoot.
Here we are at another river crossing. We're just checking out what way you need to go. Where we're walking right now we think is the Grease Trail. And on the map it looks like the Mackenzie Trail would start back up right after that river crossing. That is the crossing I think we're going to be attempting pretty quick here.
Water crossing number 2 for the day. It's a bit deep if you drive straight across, but if you walk it, you'll find there's a much shallower loop. You do a bit of a loop to the right. I still say nothing looks cooler than an old square driving across a river. As always, the big Chevy makes it look easy. To our amazement, and probably for the first time of the trip, we pulled into camp in the daylight. Next time on Boom Diab. Time running out, pushing hard to complete the Mackenzie. The trail gets muddy, trucks start getting stuck. We come across more fallen trees, water crossings, and a bit of history, as we do our best to complete the Alexander Mackenzie Trail.